meeting to order. Can we have a roll call, please?
Commissioner DeFilippo.
Present.
Commissioner Hertzler.
Here.
Commissioner Eichelberger. Controller Whitcomb.
Here.
Thanks, Jen. Is there any public comment regarding the salary board? Hearing none, we'll move on to the approval of salary board action.
I make a motion to approve all the salary board actions except for the sheriff.
Motion, is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, would the district attorney and/or sheriff like to make a motion?
Sure. On behalf of the Sheriff's Office, I'd like to make a motion to approve the salary board actions that were discussed last week at workshop meeting.
I'll second the motion.
Motion and a second, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Mr. DA.
I would make a motion to approve the action requested by the district attorney's office.
I'll second the motion.
Motion and a second, any further comment? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Next is approval of salary board minutes of December 3.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes December 3rd.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Is there any other business to be brought in front of the salary board?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you. Will you please rise for the pledge?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the Board of Commissioners meeting to order. Excuse me, the roll call, Jim.
Commissioner DeFilippo.
Present.
Commissioner Hertzler.
Here.
Commissioner Eichelberger.
Thank you, Jen. Is there any public comment? All right, next is approval of meeting minutes of November 29th, December 3rd, December 4th. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of November 29, December 3, and December 4.
Is there a second? Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Next is approval of personnel transactions. Is there a motion?
I move to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have approval of revisions to the county's community development block grant budget. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve those revisions.
Is there a second? Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next, we have approval of resolution 2018-32, updated PennDOT resolution to reflect current signatures for inclusion of PennDOT grants. Is there a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next, we have approval of budget resolution 2018-31, budget adjustment. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve budget resolution 2018-31 to reflect the budget adjustments that were discussed at our workshop.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is approval of budget resolution 2018-33, budget adjustment. Is there a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Next, we have approval of budget resolution 2018-29, budget adjustment. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second? Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have approval of grants, contracts and grants items 11.1, 11.2. Is there a motion for approval?
I'll move approval of the conference as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is approval of request to advertise for bid proposals for grass mowing and trimming for Cumberland County properties. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the advertisement.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have the approval of the Aging Advisory Board reappointments recommendations of Mary Lou Pierce McLean, Betty E. McGarrow, John Seaton, and Donald Wood for 3-year terms effective January 1, 2019 and expiring December 31st, 2021. Is there any motion? Is there a second? Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carried. Next, we have approval of Housing and Redevelopment Authority Quality Assurance and Monitoring Agreement. Is there a motion?
Make a motion to approve the Housing and Redevelopment Authority quality assurance monitoring agreement.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Next, we need a motion to authorize the advertisement of an ordinance adopting an amended intergovernmental cooperation agreement among Cumberland, Dauphin, Lancaster, Lebanon, and Perry counties to enter into a single health choices agreement with the Pennsylvania Department of Human Services. Is there a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is approval of general disbursements transfer authorizations, item 16A through G. Is there a motion?
Make a motion to approve the transfer authorizations.
Is there a second? Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Would like to report acceptance of monthly reports for the month of November for Clerk of Courts, Proprietary Register of Wills, Recorder of Deeds. We'd also like to report an executive session was held December 13th, 10 a.m. to discuss personnel issues. Is there any other business to be brought from the Board of Commissioners?
Commissioners, we
Yes.
have Melissa from CNRC. She is going to discuss the grant for mobilized wheelchair and hearing participation.
Good afternoon. I apologize for this late submission. Just received it this morning. One of the residents requires a mobilized wheelchair, and we need to actually make the purchase for that wheelchair, and then the grant, the Department of Human Services will reimburse us for that. The price is $19,527.31, and the grant will be for the identical amount. And the reason for the hurry is because I only have 15 days to submit it from the date of the letter, and the letter was dated 12/10, and it was received today. And this is your last one, so I'm rushing it.
Keith, I assume you haven't even seen this.
He has not.
So
I've
if
seen
we,
others like it.
if we take action, I guess it could be contingent upon your approval and recommendation. If that's okay with the board. Still leery doing that, without doing that, since we discussed this the other way now.
I can give some additional information if you're interested. The DME grant we have had for multiple years, we do have a process in place. We, at one point, we discussed whether we should authorize the administrator of the nursing home to award them or not because of the short time frame that we have. And it was decided at the time that there's always a commissioners meeting that we can put it on, even if we have to do it under other business, to meet the 15 days. So that's why there's not another one until January 7th, I think. And so there's not enough time to get this one in. But normally there's a 2-week cycle, and we have the time to get it in without it being quite a rush. The wheelchair is going to be purchased at the Medicaid rate, and so we don't have to bid it. It's all written into this policy that we did in the past because it always happens in a short time frame. You don't have time to think about it. You just have to act, not you guys. We just have to act quickly to get everything done.
It just still amazes me that motorized wheelchair is $19,000.
Actually, the quote price was for $33,000.
Really?
This particular vendor accepts what Medicaid pays, so that's why
We get to keep it.
Yes, it is our wheelchair. If anything should happen to the resident, it is our, but we're also responsible for repairs and that kind of stuff on it.
This is more than the cost of the car I just bought. It probably has a better sound system.
Randy did a grant.
And if the resident would move to another nursing home or go home, the wheelchair would move with them.
Oh.
So it only becomes ours in the event of death. You're welcome.
Well, and I don't know whether, I think I asked this question before we had this purchase, and I know that the wheelchair goes with the resident. But do we have any others that, essentially, become in the possession of Claremont? And if
Are you
we-
shaking your head? I don't know. I know we have another resident that has a wheelchair, but he's still in the
Well,
house.
and if we have, or any of those, would any of those be, usable by the resident that we're facilitating here today? The reason I ask that question is, look, we want to do everything, the resident certainly is entitled to this, and even though we don't have to pay for it because it's reimbursed, somebody's paying for it.
Right.
All right, so my question is, do we have any, wheelchairs that could be used for this individual resident?
These mobilized wheelchairs are very specific to the residents' needs. I do know that only because I have a niece that requires one. So every time she needs a new one, she outgrows one. The one she has is ditched. It's not usable by anybody else because it's so specialized, to be perfectly frank. Now, could they convert it? I don't know that. I can look into that. But I know that's how specialized they are, to the weight, to the size, to the height, to their needs.
Well, I know, since I've been a commissioner, we've had several of these now that
Okay.
we have approved and authorized to purchase, and, and it's, of course, it's easy for us to approve because we're not paying, the county taxpayers are not paying for this, but it's coming from the taxpayers. And, we want the residents to have the durable medical equipment that they need, all right? And I'm not raising that issue, I'm just saying that, if we have 2 or 3 of these things, sitting, and we don't, I guess, right? We don't.
Not that I'm aware of, but I will be glad to go back and check.
And if we did have it, the doctor wouldn't have issued the specific order. So I believe that they already checked into that before they issued the order. And because they're highly specialized, it's unlikely that even if we had them on site, that it would meet the need of this specific resident.
Okay. Well, could we take a look at that?
Yes, I would be happy to.
That's a good point. We need a motion, right?
Yeah, I would suggest we have a motion contingent on our solicitor's review.
Okay. I guess this has been relative standard practice in the past, but I don't have a problem. So I'll make a motion to approve the request, and subject to the review and approval of our solicitor.
Motion, is there a second?
No, sir.
Any further questions or comments? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thanks, Melissa.
Thank you.
Thanks. Dana, for the additional information. Okay, do you have any other business to discuss? Is there a motion for adjournment?
So,
Adjourned, thank you.